The Bears will test their mental fortitude this week as they head east for their Week 9 matchup with the Eagles, who are hoping they've straightened things out. 3 predicted scores are ahead, but first a couple key stats to pay attention to. Chicago definitely devoted itself to running the ball more last week.
They will find the end zone finally.
David Montgomery had his best game yet, 27 carries, 135 yards, a TD, and he ran for 5 yards a carry. The problem was the Bears still lost. And this week, running the ball will be much harder as the Eagles are ranked 9th in yards per carry allowed, holding backs to under 4 yards a pop, and they're 8th in rush yards per game allowed. Similar story when the Eagles have the ball, as they too have turned to running the ball more lately.
And Howard punches it in for another Eagles touchdown.
Jordan Howard ran for 96 yards last week and will be facing his old team for the first time since they traded him. But you can't ignore his running mate either. Miles Sanders blazed his way to the end zone on a 65-yard scamper. The Eagles as a team ran the ball 41 times. But they too will be facing one of the better run defenses, as Chicago has held backs to just 3.6 yards per carry, 4th best, and are 6th in rushing yards per game allowed. Their pass D isn't too far behind either, holding QBs to a passer rating under 90 and only allowing 230.6 passing yards per game. Bottom line, Chicago's D isn't the problem in Chicago. It's their quarterback.
There's more than 300 yards of offense and a mistake made there. It's intercepted by
Mitch Trubisky had yet another game without throwing any TDs and another with a passer rating below 86.5. He only has one game where he's at 100 plus, and that was against the Redskins. The Bears were in the red zone 4 times in the first half last week and came away with just 9 points. Philly's pass D isn't anything special. They're middle in the pack in most passing categories, but it doesn't seem to matter who Trubisky is up against. He's struggled more often than not. His counterpart, on the other hand, was effective, even if he didn't throw for a lot of yards.
throws. Touchdown Eagles! Dallas Goedert.
Carson Wentz played efficiently against the Bills, throwing 1 touchdown, no picks, had a passer rating over 100, and also completed 70.8% of his passes. But that's 4 of his last 5 games he's failed to hit the 200 passing yard barrier in a game, which has to change if their offense is going to fire on all cylinders. Can he put up a couple C-notes on Chicago through the air, or are the Bears ready to snap that 3-game losing streak? Let's see what our experts have to say about it.
Boston Scott powers his way in for an Eagle touchdown.